Well, hello, everybody. Not sure if you can see this or not, but we are broadcasting live from the Rev 17 Anti-Child Trafficking Summit. Now, I'm trying to find Alex to see if we can bring him on with us, but let's see if we can. Let's see. All right, well, let's get everybody loaded up and see if we can see some of the people in the chat. There we go. All right. Alrighty, so I am here with Staci from Agape Rescues Children. She has an organization that is specifically designed to help kids that have been trafficked return back to good health. So, here's Alex. Hold on, everybody. All right. Hey, Alex. Oh, hold on. He's putting on his headset, everybody. Hold on. All right. Can you hear us, Alex?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We were just going through an introduction with everyone, explaining that we're here with Staci with Agape Rescues Children.
Hi, Staci.
Hi.
Long time no see.
Long time no see, Alex.
Exactly. All right. So does it look like it's feeding properly?
I hear you guys fine. There's a bit of an echo, but I think that's because the space. It's a hall. It sounds like you're in a big open concrete building. Probably because you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So, as I was telling everyone, Staci represents Agape Rescues Children, which is specifically designed to bring kids that have been trafficked back to a state of wholeness and health. And we are here at the Rev 17 Anti-Child Trafficking Summit in Sacramento, California. There's a lot of people piling in today, and we just wanted to jump on quickly, and I wanted to give Staci an opportunity to say hello to some of our listeners and give them a quick rundown on what Agape Rescues Children does.
Yes, thank you, Sam. So I'm glad everybody's watching, and we are here at Rev 17, and we are exposing, I probably can't say certain words, but we're going to be creating aftercare for children that are rescued from trafficking.
Right.
From trafficking. And so we create it with holistic healing, and we really want to focus on healing these kids in a holistic way, and so they thrive in life.
Right.
From rescuing to thriving.
Now, Staci, tell everybody what the name of your website is.
So it's Agape Rescues Children. Agape means love, and it's God's love. And I truly believe that God's love will rescue children and humanity. And plus,
highest frequency, highest vibration. And I actually have Agape Rescues Children on my screen right now for those of you that would need to know how to spell agape, just so you know. But yeah, Staci, tell us the best way that people can interact with you or exchange information. If they want to get involved, how does that work with Agape?
So I have an educational manual on the website. So when people can go to the website, www.agaperescueschildren.org, and download the free educational manual and just start to educate yourself about what these children go through, the process of how these predators can get a hold of these kids, how the grooming process works. What is the grooming process? People don't even know what the grooming process is. So really, right now it's getting that educational manual in as many hands as we can, educating people about what to look for children if they're in distress in any way or certain signs of, distress. And helping, just educating yourself and keeping your eyes open for children and what they go through and saving them.
And Staci, now on your website, can't people register and then download a manual?
Yes, if you go to the website, you can go download the PDF. You'll get that for free when you leave your name and email address. And
so it looks like there's cybercrime, there's predator, offender, the victim, TikTok method, brooming with a G, brownstoning, bottom branding, caught a case, kitty stroll, It's
Just
so
telling
funny.
all adults to
The
just
lizards.
of the of what to look
So
at.
my father was a long haul truck driver for 60 years, 5 million accident free miles, and I've heard lots of stories about the lizards. So it happens everywhere, not just at truck stops. Knowing the signs to look for to be able to identify somebody that potentially could need some assistance. That's awesome.
I mean, and just signs in gas stations, just watching out for kids, and it's just. And then once we get a hold of them, we have a few facilities, and we just let them come and stay and start to holistically heal the children through breathing and yoga and meditation and just teaching them
Right.
good ways to live.
And it's an overall wake-up call for the general population to what to look for. Sarge just sent a motorcycle and he said, "Squirrel." Thanks a lot, Sarge. I'm trying to be serious here.
Way to go, Sarge. Way to go.
You had to send a motorcycle. Thanks, Sarge. I appreciate it. Hey, Dana Mackey's here. Hey, Dana. Chris Romano just tuned in. So King's Girl 1974 is here. Excellent, everybody.
So Moni asked what lizards in the parking lots at
Lot lizard is a term that is used by the long haul trucking industry for how do I say this TikTok friendly, ladies of the night that work at truck stops. So if you ever see a truck, and you'll notice on the window of the cab, there'll be a lizard with a little circle and a line through it. That just means that he's not interested. That's not something that he partakes in, because literally when these children, young women are forced into that life, they are forced. They are dropped off and they are told a quota, and it's a very sad occurrence. And so they will literally climb up on the side of every truck in a parking lot and bang on that window as if their life depended on it, because in some cases it just might.
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Well, the more exposure we can bring to not only child trafficking, but any type of trafficking whatsoever, the better off this country will be. And as I said, if you go to agaperescueschildren.org, you can donate directly to Staci and her organization, and you'll know that money is going to facilities that are aftercare for children that have been brought out of that lifestyle. It's very important, everybody. Now, I don't know. I think we're still broadcasting fine, right, Alex?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So again, agaperescueschildren.org. Now, we're going to be here. I'm going to be here over the weekend. There's lots of different people we're going to be bringing on, but I thought the most important was to bring Staci on first, because as you all know, we have been helping her with her Agape Rescues Children now for some time. And there's not a lot of organizations out there that are focused on the aftercare for children. And that's exactly what Staci does.
So, and what makes Agape a little different is we focus really on the 10 and younger, the kids, the babies that were brought over the border or, from a different country and brought into the United States and, put on airplanes and flown all over the country to be trafficked. And we're talking the little ones. So,
So for those of you that are not on my page, I think you can see it now. Can you see it on the bottom half of my screen? I actually have the link up for people to be able to go access your materials. What a great organization.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
All right.
So yeah, it's the youngest children, it's the little ones, and the first and foremost thing that they need after they get rescued is sleep. They need to sleep in a safe place, and that's where I want to put veterans that have come back from fighting for our country. I want to put them in, I want to give them jobs in protecting the children at these facilities that I've created. So we can give veterans jobs that are more meaningful than bagging groceries at Walmart,
Yeah. Yeah.
that they do to our veterans.
Both very worthy causes.
Yeah, so
Very
come
much
and
so.
come and save the kids, you
Yeah.
know,
And that's what this
or
whole
protect the kids, I should say.
and that's what this whole summit this weekend is about, everybody. It's Rev 17. There are speakers here. There are news media. There are individuals. It's open to the public. So if you can, help Staci, help Agape Rescues Children, and let's make a difference in the lives of these children.
So I really started out with a big idea of creating these facilities, big ranches, and I wanted to do communities of tiny homes for kids. And back in 2020, I think 2020, I was watching President Trump, and he said, "You got to start on grassroots levels." And I thought, oh, you mean I have to start on grassroots levels? Okay, let's create an educational manual. So my friend and I created that educational manual and have continually updated it as exposure is coming out more and more of who's involved and things like that. So the manual is really up to date because I've updated it a lot over the years. And just started on a grassroots level. Really started taking it into nail salons, that manual. I'd print it out and leave it at nail salons or pediatric offices, orthodontists, anywhere that would listen that I had something to talk about. And back in 2020, people thought I was crazy. They're like, they don't do that to babies. People don't do this. Yes, they do.
America's not the number one consumer of that content.
Right.
No. Yeah, I know.
Right. So we've got Wendy in the chat, Benji 1959. Thanks, you guys. PJ Party's here. Helen Benanti. Sorry, everybody. It's kind of a funky setup here, so it's kind of hard to read the screen. But I'm trying to recognize as many of you as I can. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. It's appreciated.
Everybody, thank you so much. And we're just here for the kids. And exposing, who's involved is another thing that I'll keep my mouth shut about that.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
we have a film that unalived himself, supposedly. When those lists start coming out, and the PDD guy, when those start coming out, I think it's going to shed a lot of light.
You mean Biden really does think kids smell good? I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah, right, exactly. Sarge said, "Let's go, Alex." Oh yeah, I know. So again, everybody, we're going to be here all week. I'm going to be here all weekend. We're going to have different guests. But again, I thought it was very important that we brought Staci on first. She's the one who's really correlated me with these people here, and I wanted to get her some exposure. And again, agaperescueschildren.org. Now, we're going to be going in and out on lives throughout the evening. Tonight's going to be kind of a short night. Things are only going to run till about 8 or 9 in the evening. And then
Pacific time, ladies and gentlemen, Pacific time.
Yeah,
We're in California.
right, exactly. And then PJ Party said, question, do you reunite the kids with their families?
A lot of times, they're sold into trafficking and they don't have a family to go home to. A lot of times, when they do have a family to go home to, we want to get a hold of the family that's going to be reunited with their children and make sure they understand how to fully heal a trafficked child. Because it's a lot different than just dealing with abuse or domestic violence. Trafficking is different. It's deep trauma, and people need to know how to deal specifically with that. So when they can go back to their families, we want to get to the families first and show them. But a lot of, like I said, a lot of these kids don't have family. They don't have anything. So I want to give them a place to call home, and I want to start an adoption agency, like a legit adoption agency. No.
You can say.
Okay, no CPS and no foster care. I want to create an Agape adoption agency as well, specifically for these children that we're helping, that are.
You mean you don't
so
want
young.
some family to adopt like 15 of them so they can collect the check, Stacy? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on.
So, practical question for I'm Joe Blow off the street. I don't know anything about this.
Okay.
What do I look for? How do I recognize that there might be a child in trouble?
So there is, number one, there's a hand signal that I think everybody needs to know, and it's on my website as well. And it's this when you tuck your thumb in and wrap your four fingers, because that's the sign if a kid's in distress. They do this a lot. And that has already saved a child's life in South Carolina. A little girl was kidnapped and she got thrown in the back of a car, and they were at a stoplight and she did this out the window, and the woman in the car next to her knew what this sign meant, saw the license plate, called the cops, and saved that child.
Wow.
So this sign is real. I mean, and there's just a lot of signs that you could look for. Always looking down if they're with somebody, or just being timid. And then you can just study about the grooming process, because it's so subtle how these predators can get a hold of these kids. It can be so subtle sometimes. So, it's just paying attention to their iPhones, or just paying attention to what the kids are up to. Your kids are up to. They don't get into this kind of trouble.
So I've dove pretty deep into this this subject matter, and have taken classes and have some certifications on things on how to recognize. So I simply asked the Joe Blow question off the street just for other people that might not know. But if you see a very well dressed, crisp, clean adult with a disheveled child, maybe the clothes are a little ratty, the shoes are a little ratty. Just pay attention to your surroundings, folks, because there's nobody on their side but us. We've seen our federal government fail. We've seen a lot of really bad things over the years, and it takes me to Tom Holman and his time in ICE, the recant of stories that he had on the on the interview. It's a problem, and Stacy, you're doing God's work, and it's awesome. Thank you.
So, that's another one of the Rev 17. It's because it's coming down to we the people. Like, we the people have to change the laws. Yeah, that's right. Your cool hat. I love it. I mean, like Mary Flynn's here, General Flynn's sister, and they've started a whole legislature, and it's we the people. We have to go change the laws. Like, we have to go do stuff. And I've met a lot of people here, and I'm taking these laws back to Nevada with me. And
Sam, if you can get his sister on the show, I have some recommendations. They involve guillotines, town square. I got ideas. I got ideas for that legislation. I'll try to contain myself and not get kicked off like James, but I'm just saying.
Right. No, I agree. And, again, like I said, we're just kind of warming up here. I'm not sure who we're going to have on. I'm not sure what time we're going to be on, but I want everybody to be aware that we are here. We are moving forward. And as things progress over the weekend, I don't think I'm going to be able to do quick videos to say I'm coming on, so you're just going to have to keep an eye out throughout the weekend. Like I said, it'll only be another hour tonight, and then starting tomorrow morning about 9 a.m. Pacific time, we should have several other guests on as well, and hopefully Stacy will come back and visit with us again.
And we'll be having Kathy O'Brien is here.
Yeah,
and
Kathy's
she'll
already said
come
she'll
talk
come
to
on.
you.
Yeah. So
we have speakers that will come on here throughout the weekend.
Yep. All right, everybody, we're going to sign off for now. Just want everybody to know, again, we'll be back on later tonight. And Alex, did you have something else you want to say?
I
No,
know
sir.
Andy. Well, PJ Party.
Oh,
I do know Andy. She
Okay.
has Hookers for Jesus.
seriously?
It's called
Wow.
Hookers for. She's the best.
Oh, wow.
Annie's awesome.
Is she here?
No, she's not here.
Okay.
But we're getting ready we're doing an event in Las Vegas with Annie. and another friend of mine that's here at this event. So keep an eye out for that. But Annie's going to come do this event with us in Las Vegas, probably October, November time.
Yeah, and again,
Awesome.
everybody, Agape Rescues Children, sign up on her website. You can download the manual for free, and that'll put you in the loop of the new upcoming events. Right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for being here tonight. We'll be back in a little while. Hey,
Bear
Mama
wants to
Bear's
come to
here.
Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, Mama Bear.
wants to come to Vegas. Come on, Mama Bear. Absolutely.
I have a feeling that this weekend is going to cause a big, huge ripple effect all over the country.
Right.
As soon as this amazing weekend is over, because people flew in from all over the country for this.
Right. Donna
So-
Fox said, keep these children in your prayers.
Yeah, for
Absolutely, Donna.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Now, before we sign off with Staci, is there anybody? Oh, Mama Bear said, good, I'm in. Excellent. Is there any other questions that you have for Staci while we're still here? Trump is boss. Hey, Sam. Hello from Highlands Ranch. Hey, Highlands Ranch, Colorado. I used to live there. But if you have any other Discord, I squared 79. No, we don't have a Discord channel yet, but Alex is working on that. And do you have one?
I do. No.
You don't.
Yes.
No, I'm not working on that.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm like, Alex, yes, I have one. No, I'm not.
There's a load of administration that goes into a Discord server. We might get there when we start hiring staff because we have so many sponsors that want us to push these messages, but we'll get there, folks.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right, everybody. If there's any other questions for Staci before we sign off, throw them in the chat right now. We'll wait a few seconds to see if anybody has any other questions. Oh, it's Marty in Highlands Ranch. I know Marty. Hey, Marty. I used to
I got that.
And if anybody on my side of the channel, anybody
know.
on my chat has any questions for Staci, you can type them in. TJ said, thank you for all you're doing. Casper said, well, we won't, I'm not exactly sure what Casper meant, but in there, and man, TikTok, you gotta love these people. That's the only thing I've got. TJ said, thank you for all you're doing.
So PJ Party, my last name is Maione. Italian last name, Maione.
That's the spicy meatball.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
spicy meatball.
Exactly.
Hey, and I can't cook very well either, but I made some good
Oh,
meatballs.
no. Don't tell me that. You can't say that I'm Italian and not be able to make a good sauce. The gravy.
Oh, gravy, the gravy.
Right.
Gotta make the gravy.
Gotta make the
Exactly.
gravy. We make it all.
Tomato. You gotta make the gravy.
You want I should take care of it. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Oh, I forgot. I'm talking to the original gangster, Mr. King Sam Showhoop with his Bitcoin dragon.
That's I gotta shut that. All right, everybody. So we're gonna jump off for now. James, thank you for the gifts. Thank you, everybody, for all the gifts. It's appreciated. And again, agaperescueschildren.org. Go in, register on her website, download the manual, and let's move forward. Let's get these kids safe. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll be back on in a little bit.
Thanks, everybody. I don't know if I'll be back on when Sam comes on. I may just be in the comments as a moderator, but hope everybody has a blessed night. And hey,
No,
you guys,
you're on. I don't want to hear anything about it.
damn it.
All right, everybody. See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let's see here.
I gotta end the co-host session for you, brother.